Hey guys, what's up? Yuri Elkaim here with you, and today I want to share with you some scary side effects of intermittent fasting, and more specifically, more importantly, how to avoid them. So stick with me for the next few minutes because we're going to dig into those, and I'm going to show you exactly what some of the most common side effects that people experience while fasting. I'm going to show you how to avoid those mistakes, and just in case you don't know who I am, I'm a New York Times bestselling author of the All-Day Energy Diet, the All-Day Fat Burning Diet, the All-Day Fat Burning Cookbook, a registered holistic nutritionist, renowned fitness and health experts, and I'm here to make your life healthier, fitter, and more prosperous. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's look at numero uno side effect of intermittent. Actually, before we do that, let's talk about what intermittent fasting is really quickly. Intermittent fasting is essentially one day with no food. That's pretty much what it is. 16 to 24 hours in general of no eating. So you have water coming in, okay, you're hydrating yourself, totally cool, but no calories. And the benefit is that when your body's not consuming food, it's able to use that excess energy to go around, recycle damaged cells, repair what needs repairing, and really just kind of take your health to the next level. It's a process known as autophagy, and there's hundreds and hundreds of studies that show the benefits of doing a one-day fast. Now, this is not a 30-day fast where your body goes into, oh my God, what's happening, starvation mode. This is a one-day fast. That's it, okay? Tremendous benefits, has the same benefits of deep sleep, intense exercise, very, very good for you. Okay, so with that said, we have to look at some of the side effects that some people experience when doing this type of fast. Now, I will say if you've never done an intermittent fast, if you've never done what I call it a one-day fast, because it's just actually easier to roll off the tongue. So if you've never done a one-day fast, you have to understand that this is not going to be easy, okay? And I'm going to share with you why. The number one side effect that people get when it comes to doing a one-day fast is psychological. And the psychological side effect is this. We are so conditioned to eat almost unconsciously that becomes a very, very uncomfortable position to be in when we're not eating. Now, because of that, it actually, doing a one-day fast gives you a very, very eye-opening, almost spiritual awakening to some degree with respect to food and why you eat. So most people eat because they're bored, or they're stressed, or they're anxious. So, or they're conditioned to eat, if you're watching TV, if you're eating at your desk, these are all conditions that happen over time that are basically telling your brain, when I do this, I eat this. When I do this, I drink this. So by dissociating that creates a little bit of disconnection, that creates a little bit of angst inside the body. So psychologically, it can be very challenging the first time you do this. But I can tell you from experience and having walked thousands of people through this type of protocol is that the benefit on the flip side, when you look back and you're like, wow, I'm so glad I did this because now I understand why I eat when I do. Why am I even eating when I'm not even hungry? So this psychological side effect is really, it's a side effect that turns into a beautiful benefit after doing this. So just understand that it's going to be challenging if you've never done this because of that attachment we have to food. And the best way to overcome that is being realistic that that's going to happen going into the one-day fast. Okay? So that's the first one. The second one doesn't happen all the time, but it depends on your health status, is low blood sugar. Now, our blood sugar, our body does a really good job at maintaining a stable blood sugar even when we don't eat, because your body is all about balance, right? It's going to keep things where it's supposed to be. However, in some cases, if you're not eating food for a whole day, there can be dips in blood sugar. And that's when you start getting all spacey and woozy and like, oh my God, I just want to eat something. And that's okay. And that's part of the process. Now, with that said, I will put in a little disclaimer here. If you have blood sugar issues or if you have type 2 diabetes, don't push it, okay? I wouldn't recommend a full one-day fast in those cases. If you have existing blood sugar issues, what I would suggest is having something small, maybe some almonds, an apple, some berries, maybe every 4 to 5 hours to keep your blood sugar healthy, because you don't want to push things and end up in a friggin', blood sugar coma. So let's just do things intelligently. But if you're a relatively healthy person, you'll be fine. And the key is just hydrating yourself, right? Getting lots of water in, and if you can, take a little rest. If you have to take, a half an hour nap, just give your body a little bit of chance to reset and calm down. That's really important. The third thing that I'll say with that is it kind of ties into the low blood sugar side, is if you live a very stressful lifestyle, you may not want to overdo the fasting. Now, when I say overdo it, we're only doing this 1 day a week, okay? So that's not overdoing it, but let's just say that you're extremely stressed out, your adrenal glands are totally taxed because those are what are going to help you deal with stress, and you can't even you're tired all the time, you get like really exhausted when you're thinking about different things that emotionally upset you. Those are some hallmark signs of adrenal fatigue. Let's say that is the scenario. You don't want to further stress your body by doing something like a 1 day fast. 1 day fast, you have to understand that it is a stress on the body. And that's part of the reason why it's so beneficial. Just like exercise is. Exercise is a type of stress. But if your body is crushed already, doing the wrong type of exercise can make matters worse. So again, if you're living a really high stress lifestyle, let's say you're a Wall Street banker working 20 hours a day, go, 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 you're not taking time to relax and reset, a 1 day fast, even though it may seem simple to do because you just don't have to think about food all day, which is a benefit for a lot of shift workers, for instance, it's not something I would really encourage you to do that often. But again, to know for sure, do it once and see how it goes. If it's something you feel you can kind of stick with once a week, by all means, go for it. But if you start really crashing and all you feel like doing is sleeping all the time, that is an indication that it might be a little bit too much for your body based on your current lifestyle. So that's pretty much about it, guys. Like that, when it comes to side effects, that's pretty much about it. So there's really nothing to worry about. And again, if you're a woman, I wouldn't overdo it with the intermittent fasting. I have another video on this, but just let me say this quickly. A lot of the research done with women on intermittent fasting has been done with basically an alternating protocol, which basically means 1 day eating, 1 day no, 1 day eating, 1 day no. So half the week they're not eating. That's pretty extreme. And so if you're hearing down the grapevine that intermittent fasting for women is dangerous, it can be dangerous if women are not eating half the time. Okay, that's just not a good protocol to follow. It's going to kill your thyroid, going to crush your metabolism. You're not going to lose weight. You're going to feel crummy. It's not a good way to do it. But for most people that are generally healthy, intermittent fasting is one of the best magic pills if you want to consider it, because of all the amazing health benefits it has for the human body. And I've also done other videos specifically on the benefits related to fasting. So if you want to check those out, just click around the channel and you'll find those. But in the meantime, if you want more help with how to use intermittent fasting in your life, I've got a really cool free resource for you. It's called the Intermittent Fasting Cheat Sheet, and you can grab it for free. Just click on the video or the link below, and you'll be able to download it right now. Inside, I'm going to give you 3 intermittent fasting protocols that I've used with my clients for the past 20 years, and I'm going to answer the 19 most commonly asked questions about intermittent fasting. So instead of you having to scour the web to find the answers, I've compiled and curated everything you need to know in this one downloadable resource that you can access right now. And it's yours for free, just for thanks, if I can even speak, just for saying thank you for watching this video and being somebody who is proactive in taking your health to the next level. So thanks again for joining me. Yuri Elkaim here, signing off from the backyard. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I've got hundreds of videos and many more to come to help you live a healthier, fitter, and more prosperous life. Talk to you soon.